So I just watched the One Piece episode 1028, and it was named Surpass the Emperor of the Sea. Luffy strikes back with an iron fist. Surpass is a very bold statement. You can level him, but even surpassing him. And it was basically the final encounter in the episode. So finally, in this episode, after so much waiting, Luffy is using Conqueror's Haki to infuse himself. That's what he said he will do, and he did it. I think this is the very first time we see Luffy using Conqueror's Haki in an actual attack, in a physical attack. It's not even a technique, it was just an attack. And he used it like twice, I guess. One of them was the kick to counter the spiked um, weapon of Kaido, and the other one, I guess, he punched him in the cheek or something. And I guess this is the very first time, because so far we have seen Luffy using unintentionally or intentionally Conqueror's Haki to infuse or to emit that Haki to outside, so that people were like dropping like flies, losing consciousness and such. But I guess this is the very first time. Even the where he was trying to use that Ryo with his fourth gear Kong gun and such, I don't think it was Conqueror's Haki. Or maybe, I don't know, a little bit or something. But in this case, he, I guess, like used armament or on top of Conqueror, or I don't know if these are two different things, and also the Ryo. And so he used the Ryo technique to direct the Haki from him to the opponent, in this case Kaido, and however also put Conqueror's Haki on top of that, which is like two, three different things stacked up together. And the encounter was just like that flashback of Goldie Roger versus the Whitebird, where their weapons were clashing but not exactly touching each other. I don't know why they are not touching. I guess the Haki is kind of providing some sort of buffer, which exactly was happening here with the kick and the Kaido's weapon. They were not touching, and in fact, Trafalgar Law just saw that. So yeah, this is again a first, and I think even with the Red Rock, which was also very excited several episodes back, I guess even that wasn't using Conqueror's Haki. In this case now, Kaido looked completely down, whereas in the Red Rock he was kind of like crawling, but not completely knocked out. So I don't think, of course, this will fully knock out Kaido, and of course it's a matter of how much, of course, Luffy can sustain. But at the end of the episode, he said, Zoro and Law, you Tragai, you go actually to downstairs and basically find your own opponents, which is what we are seeing. So the killer, Hitokiri Kamazo, the killer now is facing Basil Hawkins because now the kid and the killer are in one floor down, and kid apparently will face Big Mom alone, which is a big undertaking. Maybe he will try to knock her down to the sea again. I'm not sure if Kid can handle Big Mom on his own. That's a big thing. And now Luffy is saying, "Hey, I'm going to handle Kaido myself." And Big Mom, by the way, got a power up as well. Big Mom now has another lightning soul. She used the word, I didn't catch it. I'm not sure if this is the name, and this is now a female soul. So this means that Zeus is now ditched. So Big Mom's now seeing Zeus as a kind of ineffective, which is weird, and it's lightning, but it didn't completely knock out the kid and killer and such. So now Big Mom is using a more powerful one, which opens up the possibility that Nami joining with the Zeus again. Which in fact, in this episode, Nami also used the lightning attack against the Page One, I think was his name, the dinosaur, and I of course didn't do much to Page One, But imagine then Luffy is gaining Zeus again and now using Zeus's extra lightning power, which I believe can be done. So now this was a very critical episode. It was actually quite kind of slowish, and there was in the animation I didn't even like see the punch much because there's so much now lightning and so much flashes, so much light happening, and the entire environment is getting destroyed with these, which kind of is expected, I guess, from the Conqueror Haki using user clashes and such. Um, but yeah, um, it was the first time that Luffy used an infused Conqueror Haki. So yeah, this is the most devastating punch that he dealt with dealt to Kaido, and I guess it's still starting. So Luffy didn't use any second gear, third gear, or anything like that. I'm not sure if Luffy is gonna go to fourth gear because we know fourth gear consumes a lot of Luffy's power, and Luffy in fact thanked Luffy, Zoro, and Law for protecting him and said so far Luffy lost two or three times his consciousness, something like that, right? But finally, he's getting the use of Conqueror's Haki. This is the only way. So let's see if Luffy can keep it up, or if he's going to again run out of steam and again go down before he can come back again. But it was quite exciting. So, and oh yeah, one more thing. Luffy actually when was recalling his training with the Conquerors Haki, there were moments of his past setbacks. In fact, the guy, the blue-haired guy who is training Luffy said, remember your past setbacks and learn from it. And it was very brief, but it showed the crocodile basically punching through, actually stabbing through Luffy with his hooked arm. That was one Luffy's defeat. It showed Aokiji defeat. So when Luffy was completely, covered with ice and could die. And it also showed Magellan's encounter when Luffy this time was covered with complete with poison and could again die. And then the fourth one when Luffy encountered Kaido the first time and again got defeated and knocked out. So those four clear setbacks against four important opponents. Um, it didn't directly show. It didn't show against Don Flamingo, which Luffy actually had more setbacks. Even against that shadow user. What was his name? That one of the seven, Moira, yeah. And Luffy also lost against the Kuma as well, right? So those were setbacks too. Luffy had way more setbacks, but I guess those couple of moments with against Crocodile, Aokiji, Magellan, and then Kaido were quite memorable. Single moments where Luffy was completely encountered and defeated, rather than just trapped, or rather than just was in some other predicament. And I think, yeah, he also was defeated against the Caesar clown as well. So yeah, it didn't show all of those moments, but now, yeah. And the one thing I noticed though that the previous defeats were about like all devil fruit power related. So um, yeah, I guess did Crocodile use devil fruit power to go through Luffy? That's not true actually. He just stabbed at that moment. But the other two defeats, Aokiji used devil fruit power to cover him with ice, and Magellan used devil fruit power again to cover him with poison. Kaido didn't cover him with anything. He just basically insta defeated with a single hit from his weapon. So yeah, I think things are even more heating up. So I can't wait to see in the next one or other episode how they are going to show the fight between Kaido now that Luffy is finally at a level where he can match Kaido. I don't think he exactly surpassed yet, but we'll see how it goes from there. It was one of the most exciting moments. In fact, it was as exciting, if not maybe more exciting than the Red Rock moment. Yeah, I talked a lot, but I'm quite excited to see what comes next.